Everybody has been building apartments, getting ready for the Sims 4 for rent expansion pack that comes out in about 3 or 4 days. I'm really excited for this pack. I don't know how to build apartments though, mainly because I've never lived in an apartment, so I don't really have a frame of reference about what they should look like. I mean, I've been in an apartment building, but not very often. Haven't spent a lot of time there. I'm not very familiar with a wide variety of apartment styles. To make it a little easier to build this first apartment, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take an existing building and repurpose it into an apartment. And I think I'm going to start with the library that came with the Growing Together pack. You know the one. The library in San Sequoia. I think it was built by Deligracy. I really like the library. It's a really neat building, and I think that it'll make a perfect apartment complex with about 4 or maybe even 6 apartments. But before we start building, I want to talk about the upcoming expansion pack. Most of you know that I make mods for The Sims 4, and some of you may use my mods or other mods such as MC Command Center or UI cheats. You need to take those out of your game soon. Normally a couple of days before an expansion pack comes out, there's a big patch to the base game, and the base game itself gets updates so that it's ready for the expansion, and that a lot of times they give us some new features just for the base game. So even if you're not getting the expansion pack, you need to remove any mods that you might have in your game and wait until the modder updates those mods, and then download and install those updated mods. Now, if you use my mods, if you go to www.bossladytv, you can come here to an alphabetical list if you know which mod you're looking for. And in this list, if you click on the mod name, it'll take you straight to the download page, but you can also see the date that it was last updated. So you'll want to wait until your mod says December 23 and then download that new version. And I have one other thing here, a merch store. If you'd like to support me, but you don't want to subscribe on Patreon or CurseForge, maybe you need some new Christmas present ideas. I have some stickers, some t-shirts, and of course, some coffee mugs. Now let's jump into the game and start building. What I'm wanting to do is make an apartment complex here at Manzanita Terrace in San Sequoia. And I'm thinking that I want to use the Anchorpoint library building as a shell, so to speak. I want to move this library to here, turn it into apartments. So to move it, I'm just going to save it onto my gallery and then destroy it because I don't want the same building here that's across the street, basically. And besides, in my save game, I've already built a nice wedding chapel for this lot. Now we will download it onto the other lot. Okay, so here we have Anchorpoint Library. So I think what I want to do is remove these glass pieces, and I want to make this center area have some glass because that's going to be the shared space. And all of these other apartments are going to have windows, so they're not really going to need skylights. I do want it here. So to put it here in the center, because this is a flat roof, I'm going to have to use the glass piece that came with the Island Living pack from Sulani. So if you don't have Island Living and you were to download this lot, you could still just have this roof exactly like it is. So I'm going to work on the roof first. Alright, so I like this. This still keeps with the idea of there's some glass roof here. So it didn't really change the look of the library all too much. And I like that. I'm going to try to center this lot a little bit better. I want the buildings, I want this walkway to be centered right here with this round thing here of these golden daisy looking flowers. I'm thinking it's here is going to be my best bet. Now I know it's messing up the landscaping, but that's okay because I want to redo that anyway. Alright, so now I want to clean up, and it is a blank shell. I think that pretty much gets it. Now I want to get rid of this 2-story open area. Now as much as I like this look of this building, it's a little bit industrial looking, it has this dark brick, I think I want to lighten it up. I don't think I'm going to keep this dark brick look. I'm just going to get regular drywall, and right now, paint everything. Yeah. Alright, so these little planters are really neat looking, but what I was thinking was, what if they were balconies? What if they were balconies? I'm going to remove the plant and the half walls. And it looks like there's a platform here as well. There was. I'm going to remove the platform so that I can really kind of see what it is, see if I want to enlarge it, make it just decorative only, make it an actual usable balcony, or what I want to do with it. Okay, so I got rid of all of the planter boxes. Now, it's not that I didn't like planter boxes. I do like them, and I might put something back that's kind of reminiscent of the planter box, but because Sims would be living here, I thought that it would be better to have maybe some balconies. I wonder what would happen if I moved this building over one space. Could I do that? Hopefully. Let me take it and move it over one space. These need to be bigger. And these need to be smaller. Right? Yeah. Now the upstairs needs to be moved over one space. And this needs to be bigger. And the roof needs to be moved over one space. I like that. Interested a little bit better here on this building. I've got my grid on. I know a lot of people don't like the grid on, but I'm doing it because I want to move these exactly one over. Like that. I'm not worried about that landscaping in the back just yet. Move you and move you. I want them to kind of be where they were so that I can see that. And then this, like that. And look how well centered it is now because I made it wider. Okay, I am going to move this landscaping over. Because if I keep it, that's going to drive me insane. Okay, now I want to do a basement. So in the basement, we're going to have that, no, I want this. In the basement, we're going to have the hot water heater, the electrical thing, those new features that are being added are so cool. I'm really wanting it to be pretty much the area of this open space here. Like that. And then I might put a couple of rooms off to the side and maybe put some really cheap apartment down there. Okay, now I want some stairs. I want some stairs going down. I want some stairs going up. Which side is going to be better for that? I'm thinking this side maybe is going to be better for that. There we go. If you go in one more, can. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, now I have landscaping inside the building. And that's no good. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. This is looking so good. Let's look at what these balconies would look like. Now, if I leave this sign here, these people can't have a balcony at all. Is that something that I would want to do? Well, they could have a balcony back here, which is exactly what I said I kind of wanted. Okay. If we made it bigger, then they're not going to be able to walk through. could make it bigger this way. And then they could actually use it. You could most definitely have 3 balconies. I don't know that I want 3 balconies, and maybe this side balcony is just not the thing to do. Instead of a balcony there, I could have it bump out and give a little more interest to the floor plan. It could be like that, in other words. You know? I know the trim is all wacky. The trim is all wacky. You might want this jutting exterior trim to just be everywhere. Like that. Alright, that gives it a roof, but barely. Do you know what I might do? I might make this taller. I like that. And I might get rid of that bump out. I'm just not real sure yet. I do at that height, I can have a window up there, which makes it look a little more like those. What if I use the stone on these bits that stick out? Did I try this one? That's interesting. Now let's look at it. Alright, this is a little bit odd. How that's stone in there and this isn't. It almost seems like that should continue up here. But what if I do something totally different up there? What if they had a siding? It could have the shingles. I know it's a totally different look. No, I like the wood. But I really could go with the gray is kind of nice because it matches that. And then if I change this other trim, I could go with that. What if I made this area the siding as well? And I could even come here. And we could put some siding here. So it comes 2 in. It starts about right here. And then what if I took these columns and put them in these spots, anywhere it changes texture? Because now it makes that make more sense. You are going to be that color. Perfect. Now I could put a column here and here. That probably does look nice. And I don't need one up here. What about my windows? I want these. I know it's not plain, but that's okay. That's nice. What if I did something like that? Is that cool? I really don't know. So I spent a lot of time building on this and putting a little bit of furniture in, thinking that I was recording, and I really wasn't. So I'm just going to give you a walkthrough of the building. So this is the library, the build. This is the back, of course, and the front of, the front of the lot is over here. So I didn't really change it up that much, as you can tell. Maybe the outside a little bit. I love this covered walkway in between. I did take away the skylights that were here and put skylights here. I really like the way that looks. So if we go into the first apartments, you will see that this one, its front door is over on this side. You walk into the apartment and you have a small little foyer area right here, which opens up into a nice large living room area, dining and kitchen, all one big open space. They're minimally furnished so that Sims can move in and give it their own touch. Over here we have 2 bedrooms. There's a bathroom that's accessible by, of course, the bedroom and the main living area. And then this main bedroom has an ensuite. It has only a shower. And it has a back door. There's a sliding glass door here. Comes outside. Now this apartment on this side likewise has its front door over here on this other side. It is a little bit different in that it's not inset. So it has this awning for a cover. This means that their foyer area is quite large. And they have a closet here. You could think of it as a coat closet, but of course Sims could use the closet for whatever. Once again, it opens up into a open plan style living, dining, and kitchen area. Although because the closet is there, it makes the living area a little smaller. This apartment does have more large windows than the other downstairs apartment. And it has a back door right here that goes into this central shared kind of alleyway in between the apartment. Again, it has the same layout with this kind of hall bath, child's bedroom, the primary bedroom that has an ensuite with only a shower. This primary bedroom, though, has 2 large windows and does not have a door to the outside. In this alleyway, it's going to be a shared space. We have our planters so that the Sims will be able to grow things. There's stairs going up to the second floor apartments and a staircase going down to the basement. This is where all the mailboxes will be. I just stuck a regular mailbox there for right now until I get the pack. So let's go downstairs into the basement. The Sims will come down and turn and come through this door. And this is their laundry area. I'm also going to put the hot water heater and electrical box that comes with the for rent pack in this space. Now you'll notice these little gates and the little chain link fencing here. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's something that I think is really neat about some apartments is that in the basement there's a little chain link kind of storage area designated for each of the apartments. So I have 6 apartments here, so I have 6 little areas. Now the Sims aren't really going to be able to use these, but I thought it would be neat to put some things in there, some boxes or something that looks like they've moved in, or maybe even some of the decor box from Seasons where you put the lights on your house, say at Christmas time or Winterfest. That kind of stuff would look really neat there. Alright, so down here we have 2 additional apartments. These are some really cheap apartments. You can tell that I used the old linoleum down here. There's the apartment door here and the exact opposite right over here. Well, they're not exactly opposite, but they're pretty close. So the linoleum continues. We also have some cinder block walls in here. And we gave them cheaper appliances and cabinets and a cheaper television and just 1 chair and the small love seat. Then they have 1 bathroom. They don't have an ensuite. They have the dirty carpet. And the 1 bedroom only comes with a single bed. Now you might notice these little blocks. I thought it would be neat that you can see through them. It allows a little more light to kind of come through. Although as you can tell, this shading is kind of off right there. But it's okay. I don't mind for things to look kind of dark and dingy down here in these 2 incredibly cheap apartments. To our second floor, we have this wonderful, what would be a breezeway, except that it is enclosed. It is going to be a shared space. And we have the front door here to 2 additional apartments. They're not exactly alike, although they are very similar. We'll just pick one and go in it. So when you go in, you kind of have, again, a nice foyer area. There's some space right here in this big open space. They could put whatever they need for their skills. Let's say they like painting or playing the piano or something. They would be able to put those items here and have plenty of room. Again, it opens into a kitchen, dining, living area. You can tell that it is a little smaller. So they don't have a dining table. They have the bar stools, but I thought that it really looked nice. They have a nice large window here and a sliding glass door that goes out to a nice balcony. They could put some plants out here on the balcony, or maybe do some painting out here or something like that. Similar to the downstairs apartments, we have 2 bedrooms. We have a bath that's accessible through the hallway, and we have an ensuite. Again, you have just a tub and just a shower. They also have a balcony from the master or main primary bedroom out here. Just like the living area, they have a balcony in the back. It's the same thing with this apartment. Again, we have 2 balconies. You walk in, you have the nice big foyer, you have the living area over here, the same style kitchen with the bar stools, the balcony, the kids' bedroom, the primary bedroom with its balcony, and the 2 bathrooms. They're very, very similar to one another. The upstairs apartments, I really like them, but at the same time, I like the downstairs ones as well because they're a little maybe more spacious, and you can have these dining tables. This one is probably my favorite of all of them. You don't get the designated foyer area here with the closet, but you have a much larger opening for the living room. You don't get a back door from the living area, but you do from the primary bedroom. So it's a good compromise, and I think it's really neat. If you want to download, I will upload this to the gallery right now. I'll also probably put it on my CurseForge page, but I'll wait until after the For Rent pack comes out to do that. And I'm going to say apartments, and I'm going to say For Rent because that's what this is designed for. Thank you so much for checking out my build. I hope you liked it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you'll know when I post my next video. Try to do them about once a week. I do work full time, and so sometimes it's a couple of weeks before I can get one out. I'm really excited to get back to playing my Legacy challenge and to building more apartment buildings. I'll see you next time.